So I've been very busy working, and I went to this electric forest festival. I didn't really record anything from there. I just recorded a couple things. It was like this huge rave in the forest in Michigan. It was really radical. You should look up the Electric Forest Festival. It was really weird. They had this church in there where they have these gay weddings, and they were doing all this weird stuff, like marrying people and stuff. And it was this church, and it had this Illuminati eye, and it was really creepy. I was like, dude, what's going on with that? And I sat and watched it, and there's this really, really gay dude up there, ooh, don't I look weird? And just doing this weird thing where he's trying to pull his face off and stuff, because he doesn't feel like he's normal. And I was tripping out, whoa, this stuff is crazy. And they had a lot of cool art. They had a lot of cool they had this weird giant, it was like a hummingbird that was made out of wood, but it looked like kind of like I don't know, like a bug or something. Really, really trippy stuff. And there was so many bands there and so many DJs. I was there for maybe a couple weeks, so it was 2-week festival. And I went to the Good Life. That's the highest area in the camping you can go to. They had air conditioning toilets and showers that were really nice, and it was fucking top notch. So just saying, you guys should check out the Electric Forest Festival. It was cool because I'm an electrician's apprentice, and they had Tesla Avenue and Electric Avenue and stuff like that where your campsites were. Just saying, go check it out. I got a little bit of footage when I first got there, and I was checking out the map. I'll post that, but it was so cool, guys. It was freaking awesome. And I found a bunch of Trump supporters there, and we talked forever and danced the night away. I learned to actually never dance, and it's weird when you're really, really intoxicated. You can dance like crazy. I didn't know this. There's my kitty. Come here. It's my cat. But hey, she's doing good, guys. Yeah, she got sick there for a while, and I was really worried about her, but she's doing good. This is just kind of an update on my channel. I've been really busy, guys. I have to work today. This is just right before work kind of video. We have to dig a trench, and we already dug it. We have to bury it back in. The inspector already looked at it, and it's kind of like that other video with the solar panels. But it's a deeper trench. It has to be a specific depth, 2.5 feet or so, and it was really grueling. So I've been tired. I'm sick of these videos taking forever to upload, guys. It takes forever to upload these videos, a day. It's 20 hours remaining, and it's going by this slow, So it's really that's probably why I haven't been updating videos and uploading stuff. Let's just get into it. That Trump is talking about the interest rates being hiked, and we've known about this since last year, mid-quarter, that they announced that up until 2019, mid-quarter 2019, that they would continue to raise interest rates. So, Trump, come on, get on your shit. Let's look at Kennedy's executive order. It was 11110. That essentially made the Federal Reserve part of the Congress, like the Constitution says, where Congress is in charge of weights and measures of the gold and silver standard, right? That's how it should be. But we've got right now a private offshore, run-for-profit Federal Reserve that's destroying our dollar's value every single step of the way. I mean, you can look at the actual devaluation of the dollar since the Federal Reserve started in 1913. Under Woodrow Wilson, when he started it, and Colonel Edward Mandell House, and how they had this plan to have the central bank, which is part of the Communist Manifesto, by the way. One of the planks. The other one is erasing borders, global government, and all that stuff. Communist dictatorship globally. And but you look at how Trump, he could easily end the Federal Reserve just by following the law that's already on the books. Because LBJ never officially got rid of Kennedy's executive order, guys. I guess that's the news from this video that you guys probably haven't heard of yet. It's deep research. You have to look into these things. There was no actual document that LBJ signed, or he didn't sign away Kennedy's executive order that really essentially made the Federal Reserve part of the United States again. And it made it so it's not private, essentially, where these branch banks get these giant loans, and then the Federal Reserve just basically makes us pay back the interest on those loans to those branch banks. That's essentially what's going on. And it's a crime. It is, like Thomas Jefferson said, more substantially threatening than a standing army. I'm mixing his words a little bit. It's worse than if we were being held at gunpoint by a bunch of Chinese soldiers or whatever. Literally, because we're working, it's already set up as slavery here. The system as of now, since Obama even, has been a debt slave oligarchy, where we're serfs on a surfer's plantation. You know, we're not surfing through life. We're gruelingly working every day, blood, sweat, and tears, for paper money that's not worth anything, unless you think about the movie Dumb and Dumber. They had the suitcase full of IOUs. That's basically what it is. Like, the Federal Reserve is handing us a bunch of IOUs, and we're like, oh, thank you. You know, we're gonna work harder now for you. Even though the more they print out, the less it's worth. It's like the more IOUs they print out, the less the IOU is worth. That's kind of how it is. And it is how it is. We've been duped, guys. We've been hoodwinked. We've been bamboozled. And I'm just trying to tell y'all, we've been freaking screwed over. And if Trump's really serious about ending the Federal Reserve, or at least getting some kind of control over the interest rates, you know, then we'll have an actual country again. We'll actually be able to be, you know, sovereign. We won't have the Bank of England, the IMF, the World Bank, creating these baskets of currencies and special drawing rights for certain few people. And you should look up the SDRs and all this stuff, and how the IMF works, and how the World Bank functions. The IMF just loans all this money out, and to countries that really can't pay it off. You know, it's by design, so that they can come in and slip their little tentacle in there and basically foist their will onto the people by making them pay back all these giant sums of money that it's impossible. They calculate before they loan the money whether or not it's possible for them to pay it back. So, Trump, come on, dude. Just follow the law. Just follow what Kennedy made as Executive Order 11110. All right, have a good one, guys. I have to go to work. All right, bye.